Welcome back to JavaSpace. In this video, we are going to try to talk more on Pointcut and see examples, So in the previous video, we explained that a Pointcut defines an expression that matches a join point. It's an expression that you say that defines where an advice needs to be applied. So Spring AOP uses AspectJ expression language to select where to apply advices. So there is a format when you are defining a Pointcut. So as you can see, you can use an execution designator. And this execution will be inside some two braces, opening here and the closing here. So it will then be followed by a modifier, which can be public, protected, or a star, which denotes any modifier. Then the return type here, you actually specify the return type, because remember we mentioned that a join point where the advice will be, would be applied is always a method execution. So that's why we have here a return type, because now each method has a return type. Then you have a fully qualified class name. Then you have a method name. Then you have arguments. Then you have throws, then exception. So this is the pattern or the format you have that is being created for you, that you must follow to create the Pointcut expression. So the expression can contain wildcards like plus and star, and can be made of multiple expressions concatenated by boolean operators such as and, or, and you remember this is I forgot what do they call this in Java language. I will remember as we go on, and so forth. So for instance, here we have execution, then we have pattern, we have and execution, we have pattern, we have execution pattern, just like that. And this pattern is everything that is in here, as you can see. So now if you see the plus or the star, they can mean different things, but we will see as we go on. The plus wildcard specifies that the method to advise can also be found in subclasses. So it's a form of an inheritance. If it's not subclasses, or let's talk about you having a pointed expression pointing to a method in an interface, and you see as a plus. In this case, it would mean the expression matches all the implementations of that interface, or you can say implementation classes. So now let's look at the examples. Look at this first Pointcut expression. Execution, then we have public, we have star, then we have ... So this actually means execution of any public method. And this star here means any return type. This star here means any name. This ... here means any number of arguments. Then we have this second Pointcut here. Execution star, set star, then ... And this means that execution of any method that begins with a set name, and we don't really care about the return type. And also the arguments 0 or more arguments. Then let's look at the third one. This one, it means that the execution of any method defined in the interface account service. If it was not an interface, it would be a class. But we know that if you have done a lot of, you are in the industry and you have coded, dependency injection and all that, you'll probably know that this is an interface, and you'll obviously know that the implementation would be postfixed by maybe IMPL or internal or something to denote that this is an implementation of account service. That's why here it's mentioned as an interface. So here we see that we have a fully qualified name. So, and here we have a star, which means any return type, interface, any method defined in this interface. Let's look at this Pointcut expression here. So this one says the execution of any method defined in the service package. And when you see one star between a dot and a dot, it means only one sub package. So it means only one. And in this case, this can only be a class name or an interface name, or let's just say in summary, it means a type. And then the star here next to the brace is the name of the method in that particular type. Then let's look at this one here. So here we see it's been modified a bit. Instead of after service, we have star, star. Then we have dot, dot. Then we have star, dot, star. Then we have a dot, dot. So this one means the execution of any method defined in the service package or sub-packages. In a service package or sub-packages. This is what this means. Then we have this designator here, which means any join point or method execution only in Spring or OP within the service package. So we see that this now becomes a Spring concept. Then we have another one here. It says any join point or method execution only in Spring AOP within the service package or sub packages, which is similar to dot dot star here within the service method or sub packages. And then we have this designator here, any join point where the proxy implements the account service interface. Then we have this wildcards. So star, when you see star, matches once. It doesn't mean many, or in some other regular expressions or in some other language, this could mean something. But in Spring AOP, it means matches once. This could be a return type. This could be a package. In this case here, it's just one sub package, just one package here. Then it could be a class. In this case here, we have a class being matched here. Where is that? So here we have a service. Then we have a class. Then we have a method name. So this star here stands for a class, which means we really don't care which class is in the service package. But we are concerned is any method that is executed in this service package. We don't care which class. Yes. Or method name. So in this case here, this is the method name. This is the method name. And or argument. So if we had replaced this dot dot in arguments with just one star, that would mean that that method is expected to have one argument for it to match the Pointcut expression. and we have dot dot, which matches 0 or more arguments or more packages, as we see here, 0 or more packages. Then we also have all these other Pointcut expressions. I will just you will have to pause the video, obviously, to be able to read through and understand what these Pointcut expressions they do. Then we also have the annotation, Pointcut expression. So the annotation Pointcut expression can also be used in binding form. So this actually means in any, okay, let me go up. Any join point method execution where the executing method has a transactional annotation. This is it. Then we have at classified. So any join point which takes a single parameter and where the runtime type of the argument passed has a classified annotation. This you can see it when you normally you are dealing with a request, things like at path variable or at path request param and all those. Then we have bean trade service, any join point method execution only in Spring AOP on a Spring bean named trade service. So we see that we can even channel our Pointcut expression to specific beans. And then we see here it says star service, any join point method execution only in Spring AOP on Spring beans having names that match the wildcard expression star service. So another one is here, execution at javax annotation.security.secured void clear. So this means void method, a void method that begins with clear and is annotated with at secured annotation.